Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I will be checking out a new track from We Came as Romans called Golden. It is taken off of their upcoming album Darkbloom, which will be out on October 14th through Sharptone Records. Thank you very much to Sharptone for getting this over to me in time to make a video. We Came as Romans is a band I am very familiar with. I have a video for the title track off of this upcoming record on the channel, and that is all, but their discography is something I'm very familiar with. I've seen them live many times at this point. I'm not sure how many, but they were one of the first bands I really started seeing live when I first started getting into shows and going to Warped Tour and stuff, so it's very neat to still be going to, I just saw them last year and be checking out their new music and all of that. So anyway, all of their social media and support links for the upcoming record will be in the description of this video, as well as the video that I'll be using in this reaction. All of that in the description. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. Going for that too. We Came as Romans, Golden, let's discuss. across the singles that I've heard, which I believe I missed one somewhere, and I'm not sure which one it was. I think this has my favorite riffs in it. From beginning to end, if you pay attention to what it's offering there, the pre-chorus riff, I really enjoy that. I think that it took me a minute to warm up to the sound and the delivery on the chorus itself, but having that sort of come together for that last chorus there is really helpful with this song. I think this is one I listened to twice to listen through, to kind of pick stuff out again that stood out to me. Sort of what it's obviously one that has a heavy lyrical meaning, as we're to be expected from We Came as Romans after how they've carried on as a band. The topic is definitely a heavy one. You can hear so the message is really clear. I think that's a choice vocally. You're not missing really much. That's it's very, everything that was said is pretty much heard, I guess. Could be, one of the reasons that's done with this track as a single as well. And I'm gonna listen to the full album and think that maybe some of these singles might stick with me more in context with the in-between, especially with what's coming out of some of like the riff area, because obviously I love music that's emotional and stuff, but I think in some of the delivery vocally, it's not 100% my style, so I'm relying a lot on the instrumentals to sort of carry for me. So like that moment where it sort of shifts and goes to like that last chorus, but it has like a little bit more feel to it there, was really important for me. But then going back and listening over it as well, they're just sort of things that you can hear in there that kind of lead that there might be stuff in between in the non-singles that sort of put the pieces together for me, which I can't remember if it was this video where I was talking about that happening or not, but that's been happening a lot for me recently, like where singles just haven't been my go-to as much as they were once, and then once an album comes out in full, I'm like, oh, now this single that I had heard before is like something I'm listening to a bunch or whatever. Or you hear some draw in the album that was like, that had similarities to a single that makes you listen to it in a different way, that type of stuff, but this one obviously has a very heavy message. The pre-chorus is also very expressive in that way as well. All of it is, but mixed with like that riff that I was talking about. That's very much what I'm looking for and hoping to see more of when it comes to the full album. Love that sound, drumming, some of that cymbal work, some of the kicks, very clean sounding. That was something else that stood out for me a lot, so something else I'm hoping like with some of those instrumental carries I'm talking about here, because obviously a lot of pressure is put on Dave with the switch in the band recently and such, so for me, I'm still listening to everything that they're putting out and seeing what works for me and what doesn't. I'll be listening to the full album for sure. I think this one will take like some more listens for me. Obviously, being, as I talked about, an emotionally heavy track, it's going to be something I want to try to listen to more, read through the lyrics again. And I think it's more of one to sort of take into, so I don't know where it will land after some more listens for me. But on first listen, I'm definitely glad it got to that point where it sort of builds up, because it's not a song that feels like it was going to ever have like some sort of big breakdown, so I didn't put a lot of attention around that breakdown. Like, it was nice and it was there. I'm not sure it was what the song, like what I was like, this song definitely is going to have like a breakdown. So it had like a dark sort of cool feel to it, but I feel like I was more trying to like pull what apart the stuff I'm talking about thus far, and that wasn't really like a key moment in this song for me, if that makes sense. But maybe on more listens and stuff that will be but it was definitely the shifting point, because that's sort of where you come out to the other end of the song where that chorus is. So I'll need to see how that like clicks into that part, if that makes sense. But anyway, on first listen, those are my thoughts. I will link the music video that I used in the description of this video. Again, thank you to Sharp Tone for getting this over to me in time to make the reaction. I will link all of We Came as Romans social medias and pre-orders for Darkbloom, which will be out on October 14th, in the description of this video. Other than that, you can also find my link tree that I talk about in every video. We'll have the invite for the Discord server, which we've got music related conversation, Last FM stats, we've got new music conversation, listening parties, all sorts of stuff, and then also unrelated to music conversation, pets, gaming, computers, all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested in coming and join, check that out. That will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link where there's all music related content, a chart every Friday of what I have listened to the most over the course of the week and how much I have listened to, all the stuff on the chart, my never ending merch collection that I'm constantly adding to. I post on Instagram usually once or twice per week. Shows, if I've been to a show recently, which I've been to a lot recently, and I have a lot coming up for the rest of the year, really, so I post about those if I have something to post after going to one, stuff like that. So if you're interested, my handle, like I said, it will be in the description in the link tree, but also it is the same as my YouTube channel. It is Rachel Reacts. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.